Please subscribe to my channel for more compelling stories and insights. The service entrance to the Hilton Grand reeked of harsh cleaning chemicals and the weight of familial letdowns. My sister, Vanessa, stood barring the main doorway, her sequin dress shimmering as she crossed her arms. "No way, Olivia. Take the back entrance." I'm Olivia Chin, 35, dressed in a modest black gown, lingering outside the Children's Health Foundation's annual gala while my family dictated my point of entry. For 10 years, I'd grown a software startup from my small apartment into a tech empire valued at $2 billion. Just last month, we'd gone public. My family? Clueless. Vanessa pressed on, her tone laced with polished disdain. "The service entrance suits people like you. This event is for elite donors and high society. You'd feel out of place with the real guests." I held up my invitation. "I have a ticket." She smirked. "You paid for a table, $5,000. Adorable. Mom and Dad's table was $50,000. The Harringtons gave $200,000. You don't belong in their league." My mother emerged in the doorway, radiant in Chanel. "Vanessa's right, sweetheart. This is for the best. You do something with computers. These are CEOs, philanthropists, old money families. They wouldn't get your startup world." "Mom, my company just, whatever it is, it's not relevant tonight." She glanced anxiously at the sleek luxury cars, pulling up. "Your father's being honored on the foundation board. Michael's bringing Senator Whitmore. This matters for the Chin family name." "And I tarnish it?" "You live in a condo and drive a Tesla," Vanessa said, as if that settled it. "The valets will assume you're with the caterers. Just slip in through the back and take your little table in the corner." My younger brother, Michael, 29, strode up in his tuxedo, basking in his marriage to the Whitmore political dynasty. "What's the issue?" "Olivia wants the main entrance," Mom said. He eyed me head to toe. "Liv, you know how it goes. The front's for photos, press, big donors. You're at table 52, practically in the kitchen. Just go around back." What my family never bothered to learn was that 3 months ago, the Children's Health Foundation had reached out to me about a significant contribution. Their pediatric cancer research needed $20 million to fund a 5-year study that could transform leukemia treatment for kids. I'd written the check that day. Dr. Rebecca Hall, the foundation's director, called me personally. "Miss Chin, this is the largest donation in our 40-year history. We'd love to honor you at the gala. Are you okay with that? I'd prefer anonymity if possible. We can keep your name quiet until the donor recognition segment, but a gift this size? The board insists on proper acknowledgement." I'd agreed, not considering my family's presence at the event. To them, I was just the daughter who abandoned business school to tinker with tech. Now, I stood at the service entrance as they demanded, watching Bentleys and Rolls-Royces glide by while my family greeted guests at the main doors. "Fine," I said softly. "I'll go around back." Vanessa sighed in relief. "Good. Keep a low profile inside, okay?" I nodded and walked to the service entrance, where caterers hauled equipment and florists fussed with arrangements. A security guard glanced at my invitation, puzzled. "Ma'am, this is a VIP ticket. You should be at the main entrance." "Family's choice," I replied. He shrugged and waved me through. The grand ballroom sparkled with crystal chandeliers and ice sculptures. 800 guests in formal attire mingled at cocktail tables. I spotted my family instantly, holding court near the stage, chuckling with the Harringtons and other high society families. Table 52, as Michael predicted, was tucked near the kitchen. The 8 other seats sat empty. I'd bought the whole table, intending to invite colleagues, but work chaos had derailed those plans. A server approached. "Anything from the bar?" "Champagne, please." I sat alone, watching the gala unfold. My father, Thomas Chin, worked the room in a tailored tuxedo. His mid-sized real estate firm kept the family comfortable, but not rich, not by this crowd's standards. My mother, Susan, clung to Patricia Harrington like a shadow. The Harringtons, with their pharmaceutical fortune spanning 10 generations, were philanthropy royalty. Vanessa, 32, married to Bradley Pierce of the luxury hotel dynasty, had never worked a day, filling her time with charity luncheons and yoga. Her diamonds tonight outpriced my first office lease. Michael and his wife, Amanda, hovered near Senator Whitmore's table, networking relentlessly. No one glanced at table 52. No one noticed me alone in the back. My phone buzzed, a text from Dr. Hall. "Miss Chin, are you here? The program's starting. We'd like you at the board table for the recognition." I replied, "I'm at table 52. "I'm fine here. Table 52. That's practically the service area. Who placed you there?" "I bought it myself. Miss Chin, you're our keynote donor. You belong front and center. I'm sending an escort to table 1. "Please, no. I'd rather stay here. You can acknowledge me from here if needed." Her reply paused, then, "If you insist, but this feels wrong." Dinner arrived, salmon and risotto. I ate alone while my family laughed at table 8 with the Harringtons and Whitmores. Servers shot me sympathetic glances, the lone woman at a table for 10, clearly insignificant. After dessert, the program began. Foundation President Edward Morrison took the stage, highlighting the year's successes: rising cancer survival rates, research breakthroughs, new facilities. Then he paused. "Tonight, we're thrilled to announce something unprecedented. The Children's Health Foundation has received its largest single donation ever, a transformative gift to fund a 5-year pediatric leukemia research program that could save thousands of young lives." Polite applause rippled as guests reached for their phones. This donor requested anonymity until now, but a $20 million gift demands recognition. The room fell silent. $20 million. Even the Harringtons looked impressed. My mother clutched her chest. My father leaned forward. "Please join me in honoring our visionary benefactor, Miss Olivia Chin, founder and CEO of Next Tech Solutions." Every head turned, scanning the room. Edward gestured toward the back. "Miss Chin, please join us." A spotlight hit me at table 52, alone by the kitchen. I rose slowly, legs shaking, as 800 pairs of eyes locked on me. My mother's face paled. My father looked stunned. Vanessa's jaw dropped in shock. I walked to the stage, the only sound my heels clicking on marble. Passing table 8, I caught Patricia Harrington whispering to my mother, "Susan, I had no idea your daughter was the Olivia Chin. Next Tech just went public at $2 billion. My mother was speechless. Dr. Rebecca Hall met me at the stage steps, embracing me. "Thank you for being here, despite the earlier mix-up." Edward handed me a crystal award. Miss Chin's $20 million gift is more than financial support. It's a vision for the future of children's health. Many of you may not know that Olivia built Next Tech from scratch, starting with $5,000 in savings from her apartment 12 years ago. Today, her company employs 3,000 and transforms healthcare data management, cutting hospital costs and improving patient care. Applause grew, but whispers spread, guests Googling my name, reading about the IPO. "Miss Chin, would you like to speak?" Edward asked. I hadn't planned to, but facing my family's stunned expressions, I found my voice. "Thank you. I'm humbled to support the Foundation's cancer research. This is personal. While building Next Tech, my best friend's daughter battled leukemia. Seeing their struggle with a complex medical system showed me where my success could matter." I looked at table 8. I'm grateful to everyone here supporting this cause, but I'm especially mindful of families who can't afford gala tickets, parents working multiple jobs for treatments, kids fighting for their lives while we sip champagne. My $20 million is meaningless if we lose sight of who we're here for. The applause roared. People stood. Patricia Harrington clapped first, enthusiastically. Even Senator Whitmore rose. My family stayed seated, frozen. After the presentation, I was swarmed, donors pitching partnerships, board members offering thanks, journalists seeking quotes. Dr. Hall pulled me aside. "I'm so sorry about the seating. If I'd known about your family, it's fine." It was eye-opening. "The board wants you on our leadership council. Your perspective would be invaluable." "I'd be honored." Patricia Harrington approached, my mother trailing meekly. "Miss Chin, I'm Patricia Harrington. The Harrington Foundation would love to explore a partnership. Your approach to philanthropy aligns with our goals." "Mrs. Harrington, a pleasure. I understand you're Susan's daughter." She glanced at my mother with subtle disapproval. "Susan, You never mentioned Olivia's remarkable achievements. My mother's voice cracked. We didn't grasp the extent of her work. Next Tech is the decade's most discussed healthcare tech IPO, Patricia said coolly. How could you not know? My father joined, faltering. We thought she just worked in computers. She does, Patricia replied. She built a $2 billion empire. Surely you knew. Silence hung heavy. Vanessa appeared, mascara streaked. Olivia, $20 million? We had no idea. Yes, but you live in a condo. You drive a Tesla. We thought you were struggling. I live in a condo because I'm always working, I said. The Tesla's practical. I don't chase status symbols. I'd rather fund cancer research for kids. Michael pushed through with Amanda. Liv, this is amazing. We should discuss investment options. The Whitmores have a venture fund. I'm not your investment, Michael. I'm focused on saving kids' lives. Senator Whitmore approached. Miss Chin, your donation is extraordinary. I'm drafting healthcare legislation and could use your expertise. Would you testify? Before I could respond, my mother grabbed my arm. Olivia, can we talk privately? No, please. We misjudged you. You'd have what? Let me use the front door. I eased her hand off. You made me use the service entrance because you were ashamed of me. You sat me by the kitchen to hide me from your elite friends. We didn't understand your success. You never asked about my life. In 12 years, you never visited my office or inquired about my work. You assumed I was a failure because I didn't marry wealth or join Dad's firm. My father stepped in. The Harringtons want to discuss business with our family. I'm not your business deal, Dad. I'm your daughter, the one you sent through the back door an hour ago. Dr. Hall approached with board members. Miss Chin, we're hosting a private reception upstairs for top donors. Will you join us? I'd love to. As I walked away, I heard my mother's sobs, my father fumbling explanations to the Harringtons, Vanessa on her phone, likely claiming she always knew my success. The upstairs reception was intimate, 50 people, including top donors and researchers. Patricia Harrington cornered me. Miss Chin, I'm appalled by your family's behavior. The rest of us see your worth. The Harrington Foundation would be honored to co-fund your next initiative. We discussed pediatric research and tech's role in medicine for an hour. She introduced me to other donors who'd been trying to connect. My phone buzzed with messages from family, old friends, distant relatives, suddenly curious about my life. I blocked them all. The next morning's society pages were merciless. Gala fiasco. Family forces $20 million donor to use service entrance, with photos of me entering the back and later accepting the award. The article exposed my family's treatment, the Table 52 placement, and their shock at my donation. Attendees leaked quotes about their ignorance and failed social climbing. The business press was kinder. Next Tech CEO Olivia Chin gives $20 million to children's cancer research, with Dr. Hall praising the gift's impact. My family called 217 times that week. I answered none. A month later, I joined the foundation's board. Patricia Harrington and I co-chaired a new initiative funding research across 5 hospitals. My parents tried attending the press conference. Security blocked them at my request. 6 months into my board role, the leukemia study I funded published groundbreaking results, boosting survival rates for aggressive childhood leukemia by 38%. It made the cover of the New England Journal of Medicine. Dr. Hall called, tearful, Olivia, your gift just saved hundreds of kids' lives. That night, my mother emailed, we saw the news. We're so proud. Please forgive us. I deleted it without replying. A year later, I donated $30 million for pediatric brain cancer research. At the next gala, my family wasn't invited. I sat at table 1 with Patricia Harrington and board members, my new chosen family, who valued impact over appearances, measuring worth in lives saved, not entrances used. Reflecting on that night a year earlier, standing at the service entrance while my family deemed me unworthy of the front, I realized they were wrong about my place. But they were right about one thing. I didn't belong at their table. I belonged where $20 million meant children survived, where success was breakthroughs, not real estate deals, where family was those fighting for meaningful causes, not those blind to my worth despite shared blood. Table 52 showed me their values. The stage showed 800 people mine. Some back entrances lead to where you truly belong. Mine led to saving lives. No front door could compare.